Hello, my name is Jonathan Lee, and I'm CRM Solutions Advisor with RIX Corporation. RIX is Microsoft Dynamics CRM Solutions and Project Management Consulting Services firm. In this video, I will provide an overview on the navigation and layout of the Microsoft Dynamics CRM application's user interface. If you're a new user or considering to use the Microsoft Dynamics CRM solution, this user interface tutorial will provide you with an essential knowledge needed to enable you to start using the application effectively. Microsoft Dynamics CRM application has evolved over the years, and the UI enhancements introduced starting the 2013 release has streamlined and improved the overall user experience of the application. Here's an outline on what I will cover in this video. We'll take a look at the navigation bar, where it's located, home icon and cookie crumb trail concept in the navigation bar. We'll take a look at modules or functional areas, sales, service, and marketing of CRM. I'll show you how to select and access records, and also how to access recently viewed records. I'll demonstrate how to view records via form, grid list, and dashboard, how to move back and forth between the screens or records. I will also show you what the command bar is, where it's located, and how you can use it or interact with the record or set of records. We'll walk through a simple record form layout to show you various different types of fields and attributes that can exist on a form. Then I will talk about parent and child record relationships between records, such as how an account is related to contacts. Now let me switch over to the application and demonstrate the navigation. I'm going to be using the Firefox browser to access the Microsoft Dynamics CRM application. When you first sign into the application, you will most likely be taken to Sales Dashboard. Navigating through the Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2013 starts with the navigation bar. The navigation bar is a navy blue bar that's located at the top of the application. Microsoft Dynamics CRM solution has been touch-enabled so that the application can be easily accessed from touch-enabled devices. Currently, the navigation bar shows Microsoft Dynamics CRM, home icon, sales module, and dashboard that's within the sales module. The navigation bar serves two purposes. First, it allows you to navigate within the application, obviously through the set of menus and the drop-downs. And secondly, it leaves a cookie crumb trail of information on where you are within the application. For example, currently it says that we're in the sales module and that we are looking at the dashboards section within the sales module. Microsoft Dynamics CRM text and this home icon are static. They will not change as you navigate through the application. However, everything to the right of the home icon will change. So for example, sales module and dashboard is what it says currently. If I were to switch over to service module, it will change that to service module and the dashboard view of within the sales module. Let's go back to the Microsoft Dynamics CRM and go through this in detail. When you hover over Microsoft Dynamics CRM menu, a drop-down appears and it shows Sales Module, Service Module, and Marketing Module, or also known as Functional Area within the Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Setting is for customization, and then Help, as it says, is for help. Now when I click on Sales Module, as you noticed shortly before, the navigation bar switches to Sales to indicate that we are now in the Sales module within the application, and we are looking at currently the dashboard view. For this demonstration, I'm going to click on the Accounts record type within the Sales module. As soon as I clicked on the Accounts, you'll notice that now I'm in the Accounts within the Sales module, and I'm seeing all of my active accounts. I can click on the drop-down menu here to select different views available to me. For example, if I select active accounts, it will list all of the active accounts in the CRM that I have access to. To the right of the grid or the list view are the charts. If I click on this little arrow here, the charts will be made visible. And I have various different charts that I can access under the system charts here. Currently, I'm looking at accounts by industry, and the chart is integrated with the grid. So if I were to click on consumer services in the chart, you'll notice that the active grid changes to reflect those 4 consumer services industry records. If I want to go back to the regular active accounts, I simply click anywhere outside of the chart and it will re-expose all of the active accounts. Again, if I were to click on eating and drinking places industry, it will sort the list to those 2 records. Let's get back to the active account list. You can collapse the chart by clicking on this arrow and that will collapse it. I could refresh the active list by clicking on the refresh list. I can also use this filter capability to filter the columns and use that to sort my records. So for example, I could say sort this by A to Z, by industry. It's very similar to the Excel functionality that's available in Microsoft Office. Now to the top here, right below the navigation bar, are the command bar. Command bars are a set of actions you can take on the records. So for example, if I were to click on AdventureWorks, notice how the command bar just changed. They are context sensitive, so it will expose the set of actions you can take on a record or set of records. So here, after selecting the AdventureWorks, I can click on Edit to edit the record, click on Deactivate to deactivate the record or delete the record, or for example, if I click on this ellipse button, which is a more command, it exposes additional command I can take against this record, such as I could assign this record to some other owner, or I can run reports, or run a workflow against the account. Now before I open the AdventureWorks, there's another way to access the AdventureWorks record, and that is by looking at the mostly recently viewed records. So for example, if I hover over the accounts on the navigation bar, a drop-down appears that says recently viewed. And as you can see, these are all the records I recently viewed, and the first one here is AdventureWorks. So I can simply click on AdventureWorks to get to the record instead of using the list view to look through the records that I need. Obviously, I could also use the search record to type in AdventureWorks to find that particular record. Let me come back and say I want to see all the active accounts again. I can also look at the recently viewed record by going to Sales, going to the accounts, but there's this little drop down here that does the same thing as I've shown you previously from the navigation bar. I can now access the mostly recently viewed record. And this applies to any other record types. Another neat feature on the navigation bar is a quick create button. If you hover over to the create button here, also known as quick create, and click on it, a drop-down menu will appear and you have the ability to create a number of different records, including a task activity, phone call activity, email, or appointment activity, in addition to other type of records such as account, case, competitor, contact, leads, and opportunity. This is certainly configurable or customizable, so you can add additional type of records as needed. For this demonstration, let's click on a contact record, and I'm going to show you how the record creation actually happens. When you click on the contact, a drop-down quick create form will appear, and you can at this point type in the contact information. Now I pre-typed all the information, and I'm going to simply click on Save to create the contact record. As soon as I click on Save, a little phrase bar appeared that says Contact Scott Haynes was successfully created. If you click on the View Record, then it will take you to the new contact record for you to add additional information. That phrase only appears for about 10 seconds, so if you don't click on it within 10 seconds, it will disappear. Now let's open up one of the sample account records and look through the details of the record form. I can either double click on the record here, or I could simply click on the AdventureWorks account record When you see this underlying link, that's a hyperlink that takes you right to the record. We are now looking at account record, particularly Adventure Works. Adventure Works account record is divided into three columns. First is the primary information, or where the account information is. Second column is the social pane area. And then the third column is secondary information or supporting information. So in the primary column area are your typical account name. Since this is the account record, it has information about the account name, account number. These are text fields. Primary contact is a lookup field to the contact record. So if I click on this little magnifying glass, it shows me a list of contacts that I can associate to this account. I could certainly click on look up more records to access other contacts that are associated to this Adventure Works. Let me cancel that for now. Phone, as well as the website and ticker symbol that you see, they're highlighted in blue. They are dynamic fields. Any phone fields or website type of fields are live links. So if the Microsoft Dynamics CRM is set up with the Skype or link, when you click on this phone field, it will automatically dial out. The website field is a live link, so when you click on it, it will take you to the website. In this case, it will take you to adventureworks.com. Now, below the ticker symbol, we have relationship type. This is a pick list. This is a configurable list for you to add and remove different type of relationship type. Currently, we have it as a customer. Below that, we have address field. The address area is a composite address field. When you click on anywhere in that area, it will blow out to the details of the street, to city, and state and zip. You can edit that information and click done to have it collapse back into composite address field. If the address field is a valid address, since Microsoft Dynamics CRM is integrated with Bing Map, it will plot that address on a Bing Map. When you click on anywhere in the map area, it will take you directly to the Bing Map. Here you can get directions and anything else that you need to do using the Bing Map. Let me go back to the forms. Now, second column here is what's called social pane. Basically, the social pane tells you what's been happening with this record. There are three tabs to the social pane: Posts, Activities, and Notes. Post was formerly known as Activity Feed. Basically, this is an internal communication or collaboration tool. There are two types of posts: auto post and user post. Auto post, by the name auto post, means that whenever record gets created, such as additional contacts are created against the accounts, or an opportunity, or cases resolved, or opportunity has been won, automatically the system will create a record such as the one you see here. So for example, opportunity created by Ellen for Adventure Works. So these type of auto posting will be posted so that the user can see what's been happening with this record. The user can also post user post by simply typing here. There, I just typed, got a hot lead, need sales support. So this is a communication internally so they can share with your co-workers. Under the Activities tab, these are a set of activities that you interact with your prospect or customers. So in this case, you can create activities like adding a phone calls. Simply click on the add phone call and say left voice message. And that information will be captured. You can create tasks. You can also create emails or appointments. And all of these activities will be listed in this social pane for you to easily access and see the history of interaction you've had with the customer. The notes area, you can put non-activity related information, and also you can use the notes area to attach documents. So social pane area is very useful in staying on top of what's been happening with a particular record. And one thing else to note is that since this is an account record, all of the child record information activities, such as from the contacts and opportunity, will roll up to all of the activities that's shown here. Now on the secondary information area, we have at the top is primary contact details. You'll see that there's a little padlock here. That means this whole section is a read-only field. And that is because it's pulling the primary contact Nancy Anderson information, and we're exposing that on a account record. So here it says primary contact is Nancy Anderson, and then we are showing her email address as well as her phone number. Now right below the primary contact details is the contacts subgrid. Subgrid basically is a related records on the current record. So in this case, contacts Jake Roberts, Mike Dean, and Nancy Anderson are contacts associated with the account AdventureWorks. And by using the subgrid, I can expose and show that account has these contacts associated with it. I can click on the plus button here to create additional contacts quickly. I'm not going to create one at the moment. Or I can click on this record associated view to get to contact associated view and find out more about those contacts. Now to get back to the AdventureWorks account, I can simply click on AdventureWorks and it will take me right back to the AdventureWorks account form. Right below the contacts is the recent opportunity. This is same concept as the contact subgrid. It's the opportunities subgrid that exposes all the list of current or recent opportunities that is associated to the account AdventureWorks. And again, you have the plus button that you can click on, and you can look up other opportunity to associate it to this account, or click on the plus button to create new. And you can also click on record associated view by clicking on this to get to the list of the recent opportunity associated view. Let me click on AdventureWorks again to get back to AdventureWorks account record. Now, if I want to actually view the one of the opportunities, you can click on one of the recent opportunity record to view that opportunity. Let's click on this, like to order 500 products. As you can see, the opportunity record has a similar layout, 3 columns, the primary, social pane, and the secondary. However, one prominent feature that you notice on the opportunity form, which was not on account form, is the business process flow. Business process flows provide guide for users to get their work done, and in the opportunity record, it is used to support sales methodologies such as sales stages or sales pipeline. In this video, I will not go into details about business process flow other than show you how to navigate through them. Currently, you see that this opportunity is in the qualify stage. I could click on these stages to see what are a set of tasks that needs to be completed in order to move to the next stage. As you can see, by just clicking on various different stages. Now, to actually move to the next stage, you move your cursor to the right and click on this button that says Next Stage. This will move you from a qualify stage to a develop stage, as indicated by this little flag on the top of the business process flow. I can move back to the previous stage by clicking on this arrow, and that takes me back to the qualify stage. This is a very powerful and useful feature in CRM, which deserve dedicated session on business process flow. Now let's go back to the account record. To get back to the previous account record, I could do one of two things. I could either click on the account works record here, or just click on the back button and it will take me right back to the account record, or the previous record that I was on prior to getting to the opportunity record. Now, when I scroll down to the bottom of the account form, there are other subgrids. I won't spend time on describing any one of these other than these are all customizable. Right now, I've created a tab called support. If I click on the support, it will collapse it. Same thing with the summary tab. So as you can see right now, I've collapsed all of the fields. If I click on details, it will expose that tab. If I click on support, it will expose that support tab, and same thing with the summary tab. One other area within the account form that I'd like to talk to you about is the header field. To the right upper right hand corner is the header field. These are editable fields, and these headers can be configured, and typically you would want to put type of fields in here that are important and that you would like to have it visible as you are reviewing through the record, since as you scroll down, the header field does not scroll and it's permanent. Now let's step back and take a look at some of the stuff that we looked at. There are 3 ways to view records. One was form view, which is the view that we're currently looking at. The other way was to look at it by the grid. If I click on the accounts, it gives me a grid or a list view of the records. And the third way to view records is through a dashboard. If I go to the sales and click on dashboard, the CRM allows me to view my set of records in a graphical representation. And if I click on this little drop down arrow, there are multiple different types of dashboards available. And then obviously these are all configurable. One other area I think I forgot to mention is how to access related records. So let me go back to the sales, accounts, and let's go and select the adventure work account that we were looking at before. Now I told you about the subgrid, where these are the set of related records to the account record adventure works. I can also access these related records through the navigation bar. If I click on the drop down arrow right next to the adventure work account record, it exposes all of the related record that is available. So here I see contacts, which I showed you on the form. If I scroll, here's the opportunity that I showed you, as well as the case records that was shown below the form here. Well, I think that's it, folks, on the navigation tutorial. There's certainly a lot more we can go over on various features and options available in CRM, but this video should provide you with enough information for you to begin navigating through the CRM application and explore the possibilities of CRM for your organization. Thanks for viewing this video.